It's good to see everyone.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Season 5, so much to talk about. Jack, I want to start with you because I find it interesting because whether it's live action or voice acting, whether you've been on a project one time or 1,000 times, there's always going to be learning experiences you could take for previous to new roles, essentially. So what were some learning experiences from you from an acting storyteller perspective on Star Trek Lower Decks for you specifically?
Oh man, I mean, so much. This has kind of been like my first, I've done some voice acting in the past, but this is kind of the first time I've like taken a character and like originated that character and started from like season 1. And I just learned so much about like the power of one's voice, I think, from this. And you can take that to live action as well. There's so much you can express in your voice. And just kind of finding all those ranges. Like I kind of knew I could do that like high-pitched Boimler scream. Before this, I did some movie where like I did it, but like it's a large crowd shot when I did it. So you couldn't really tell it was me. But I'm just so happy that I've unlocked like that weird other octave in my voice. So just in case I need it for later, it's always there.
You've branded yourself with that.
Oh yeah,
well,
definitely.
I've learned how many takes I can do before we have diminishing returns.
Oh yeah.
Like I've learned how many times I can say the same line before I'm like, this will not get better. I promise you either had it or we got to do it tomorrow.
And that'll save every production so much time. You're like, I know I'm bad after 4.
It's bad now. It's gone bad.
It's interesting because I just wanted to ask Noël, like, what is that like over the seasons? Like, is it similar, like, after each season of Lower Decks, like getting a script, going in and doing the voices? Does it change even? Did it feel the same each season, Noël? Like, I'm just curious about that.
I feel like each season, I mean, the character, it's actually been very different recording every season because the first one, we didn't really know what it was going to be and how big we could go, or they really pushed me first season to go bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, really? Because I'm always being told to be smaller. It was really wonderful. So then the second season, it was like, okay, I understand what's happening here. But then finding more levels and learning kind of how they write. And there's like been improv that comes into it sometimes, but getting a little bit better about how what they will use and what they're looking for. And I think so. Yeah, each season's been like not only a learning experience, but then you learn and then you're pushing the envelope just a little bit further. And I think that the relationships, in terms of how it gets recorded, it's like for me now, it's just such a tight ship. And there is that ceiling. They used to push me, and then I'd be like, I can't go anymore. And they'd be like, oh, we had no idea. And I was like, I just wasn't letting you know that I was on the last.
Well said. That was good, by the way. Tight ship. I see what you did there. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But that's what happens when you're a crew.
Absolutely. Eugene, it's good to see you again, by the way. I forget last time we spoke. I think it was like a couple years ago, but
let's say that. Yeah.
Let's say that. It's interesting. I feel like, the Star Trek world is such a big world. What was it like kind of working on a Star Trek franchise at a time? Like, we haven't seen a lot of animated stuff before for Star Trek. So was that exciting for you? Did you see it as a unique opportunity specifically, like being part of Lower Decks?
I mean, being part of Trek in general was an exciting opportunity. And then it got scary because it was the next animated show since the original series animated show. Yeah. So there was stress in various ways, but once I got involved, and then once you get into the Star Trek family, then you see how welcoming it is and how well it was received. And it was a different perspective of Trek in general, of just having a lighter tone. It was new. So it was exciting to be part of a thing that could have failed, but Mike is so great and the cast is so great that it has given it life. And, we're here for 5 seasons. And who knows to how many more? Hopefully, 1 billion more. So yeah, I'm happy, man. I couldn't be happier to be part of a franchise that is so much more of a family than anything else.
That's the best. And last question, Tawny, for you before we wrap up. What's your favorite element about working on Lower Decks? Because there's the animated, there's the Star Trek component. It's funny, it's colorful. Like, is there something you like the most about being on this series?
Probably me.
Yeah, I think it's just Eugene. Like,
cool.
You could just play every role. No, I think it's the all of the things that you named and the fact that they all work together so well. It's not like a Star Star Trek show in spite of the fact that it's funny, or it's not like, it's all of those things, and it's really cohesive. Like, it just works. And I think that's just such a testament to like Mike, the writers, and to the franchise as being like able to withstand such a strange and cool departure in tone. So
Franchise is able to withstand us.
absolutely. Trek is the only franchise that could withstand this energy.
In one room? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, put this in Marvel, it would be
can't.
tough.
Yeah,
It would be tough.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I can't wait for the people to see season 5 of Star Trek Lower Decks. So, so great chatting with all of you. Thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.